Hello, hello, this is JilliBling and another project using the masks, the Enduring Beauty masks. So you could color this in with blends, beautiful, I'm sure. Or you can use the masks, which we're going to do today. And this is the second card I've made using the masks. And this card came, the idea, the inspiration came from Jan, who has had a surgery. She can't stamp for a little while, but she's thinking about stamping. And I'm like, you know, I want to do a card today using the masks. And I said, okay, since you can't be stamping, I'll stamp for you. What colors? Let me show you what she sent me. Look at this. Do you see those colors? Pretty. This is an osteospermum. I'm sure that there's a proper way to say that. And I'm probably saying it wrong, but it's beautiful. So here's my take on that. Jan, thanks for the inspiration. What do you think? Isn't it pretty? Using the postage dies, the new masks, and Enduring Beauty to make the black outline. Well, let me show you the one I did last week. This one has a gold outline. Gold embossing and then just a little bit of dauber of the color. So that one turned out good too, but I love this one. Okay, Enduring Beauty. Nature's print for today's words. On the inside, I used Courage and Faith. I've had this set for a while. Someone said they wanted these words and I haven't done anything with it, but I love how that turned out. And then an old set, Celebrating You. Dies, we're using the postage. What do they call these? Perennial postage dies. Great set. Great for basic shapes. Look at all these, and there's a few missing. And then, of course, the Enduring Beauty dies. And I love this label for the words. Okay, you ready to get started? I am. I'm excited. Okay. So let's just start with the base, and then we'll get through each of these pieces. Each of those, it means something. That's why it's there. That paper that's right there on top with the Stampin' Up! Logo on it. Stampin' Up! Is always very kind, very forward-thinking, and they sent a package, and it's thank you, white cardstock. And I was thinking, oh, well, that's nice, but why is it half size? And why is it 10 sheets? It's like, oh, I could always use cardstock. So, okay, fine. Then when I pulled out the mask, I thought, that's a perfect size. Wait till you see what a perfect size it is. That's probably what they were thinking, and it just took me a while to catch on. But thanks, Stampin' Up! So, white paper, and I'll put all the paper cut sizes on my blog. And my blog is JilliBling.com. Okay, so these are already cut to fit. So this is for, there's only 2 dies for this project. For perennial postage, one for the outside and one for the inside. Those are here. That is for this piece right here. And then also on the inside is the postage. Notice I was coloring those. I want to do that again today with the blends, trying to match that beautifulness. Okay, so we'll use those. We'll use that in a minute. Okay, and these perfectly fit onto here, but I want to stamp first, of course, because if I mess up, magic paper. Fresh freesia goes on the inside. And this is the bird. This is free paper. Celebration. It's celebration time. You could get this for free with a $50 order. And if you don't already have a host or a demonstrator, and you want to order stuff, I appreciate orders. That's what keeps me going. If I didn't have orders, I wouldn't be a demonstrator. I would be a Stampin' Up! Enthusiast, but I wouldn't be a demonstrator. So thank you to those of you that order. I really appreciate it. Okay, so this is the bird. What's it called? Light and airy paper. It's very cute. I mean, you could cut out those birds, the whole branch. That could be a card all in itself. Okay, so these go in here. This is Enduring Beauty masks. These are the masks. And there's 5 masks. We're going to use 4 of them. So they come in this little plastic envelope mask. And each of them has a little notch. And each of them is numbered. That one says number 5 on it. And I've tried using these, this mask a few times. And it doesn't bring me joy. So I'm not going to use it. But I am going to use some of this paper. Perfectly cut. Perfectly cut to, oops, 5 by 7. Wonder if you could use that. It'd be glossy. It's nice using the Stampin' Up! White paper because it's so smooth. Okay, so we'll use this. This could go off to the side. Let's do the masking. And I have a few tips on the masking. But I think that after you try, you know how to make it work for you. But if you use these tips, it works good for me. So, this is mask. Right here it says number 1. And see how there's that notch in it? So I line it up with the bottom left corner. And I'm going to consistently do that when I stamp the black outline and for each of these masks. And the first mask, because I'm doing all these colors, is, I don't want to say the word tricky, but I'm going to, in one mask, I'm going to put 3 different colors. The other masks are much easier, but this one I'm going to try to put 3 colors in each of these little flower zones. So I'm going to start with, the colors I'm using for this are, let me pull them forward so you can see. And then we'll get to doing the daubers. 1, 2, 3, Lemon Lolly, Petal Pink, Fresh Freesia. And then more colors. So 7 colors for this card. Granny Apple, Gorgeous Grape, Old Olive, and Memento for the outline and the words. Okay, so those could all go right back over there. We'll do them one at a time. Start with Lemon Lolly. Lemon Lolly. Okay, so it's lined up right here in the corner. And first I'm going to see how much color I have on here. Not much. Because sometimes you already have enough color on there. Okay, so I'm going to go around just the outside edge. And when you first go into the ink and then onto the paper, I'll show you. It looks a little rough. It looks a little bit bad. The less ink that's on the dauber, the smoother, softer dauber, a nice look you get. I'm going to apply more color. I'm going to do like the first layer, and then I'll show you kind of what a mess I made. But it's okay. It's going to be okay. And when you look at the flowers, let me turn this upside down. When you look at the flowers, full flower, full flower, full, full, half flower, half flower. And why that makes a difference is on the 2 half flowers, I want yellow only on the outside edges. Where the flower comes from the stem, I want that to be the darker colors. So when you look at it on here, you don't need dauber on. Full, full, full. You could see the flower center. And then on this one, see how you see just the bottom of it and the side, the top right there? Same here. So that's going to help determine where to put the Lemon Lolly and where to put the Fresh Freesia. See how Fresh Freesia is way down here and right over here? There's a little bit of grape, but we'll get into that in just a minute. So for now, and I'm gonna put the color on, I'll lift off the mask, let you see it, and then I'm gonna put just a little bit more color on. So right now this is loaded with ink. And it's making streaks, and it's not pretty. And notice how I'm going back and forth on the mask. If you go just one direction, you'll probably have kind of white spots, but if you go back and forth, you get ink way up into those little crevices. And that sets the outline of the flower. Okay, so I'm going to show you this close so you could see that, yeah, it's kind of a mess. So there it is there. You can see the lemon lolly. And then, when I show it to you here, you're like, yeah, you didn't do that very smooth. But that's okay. I'm going to do another layer of color that should smooth it out. So I'll show you more in just a second. So now that there's not as much ink on here, I'm going to go around the outside edge of where the flower is, and that will kind of soften it up a little bit. And it won't make it so strong. And another thing is when it dries, it softens up the color too. And I'll have you know, when I take this mask off here, you're like, that doesn't really look that good. But once you get the outline on it and the other colors on it, it starts looking good. Okay, so I think that's enough of lemon lolly. And I'm going to show you that don't be too hard on yourself, because it does look a mess. And I'm still going to put more colors. I'm going to completely fill each of these holes, but I just want you to see what the first layer of color. Yeah, not the best. You're like, wait a minute, you forgot the color here at the bottom and there, but I'm saving that for the fresh freesia. Okay, so we're done with lemon lolly. And I think after you try this once, then all these little tips I'm giving you, you'll be like, yeah, I know what you're saying now. I'm going to move right to fresh freesia, which is the center of the flower. And then after I do fresh freesia, I'll put in the petal pink. So doing just the fresh freesia and the lemon lolly, there's no way to have the colors right next to each other. It gets muddy. Let me see how much ink is on there. That's good. So right here in the middle, freesia. And see how I'm leaving a little ring for the petal pink to fill? Freesia. Here at the bottom. And I'll hold this up closer in just a minute. And you'll probably say, you didn't do a very good circle in there, but it's okay. Okay. So another thing is I'm trying not to get the freesia ink on the sides where the lemon lolly is. It doesn't belong there anyhow. Okay. Yeah. Okay, now petal pink. And this step right here, the first mask, trying to get the 3 colors in there is, I don't want to say difficult, but this is the most challenging. The rest of the way, the mask, piece of cake. Okay, let's see how much color is on there. So this is petal pink, and I'm going to go wherever there's kind of the white area. I'm using the edge of the dauber. Oh, and there's some areas that looks bad, but it's going to end up being okay. And I'm trying to let the fresh freesia remain fresh freesia. I just did the whole thing. It would be petal freesia. See how you could still see all 3 colors? That's the goal. I was about to put more ink on it, but I wanted to get soft. Less ink makes for a soft daubering. And it's okay to kind of jump up into the lemon lolly a little. And I'll hold this up close again. Oh, I'm out of ink. Well, that one I got around it pretty good. It's a little streaky. And like I said, the rest of the masks, they go like a breeze. Okay, so this is bordering on a mess, but you just have to, what is that word? Something, have courage. What is it? Be of good courage. I'm being of good courage. I'm trying. Okay, I'm going to hold it up. And you're going to say, well, it's a little bit of a mess. A little heavy there, need a little bit more there, maybe a little bit more here. But you could see all three colors. You could see lolly, petal, freesia. Okay, I'm going to try to clean it up just a little bit more, making sure it's still right here on the bottom corner, it's lined up. Okay, that's going to be it. Okay, so that was mask number 1. Be of good courage. Don't give up yet. Okay, and let's see what mask number 2 is. I think it's greenery, because we're going to give that a second to dry. Mask number 2 with a notch, and I'm going to line it up at the bottom here. Okay, and this one is going to be, wait till you see how quick this one goes. Granny Apple Green, blending brush. Does that tell you anything? Yeah. Green, green. Are you like, whoops, got a little heavy there, but it ends up looking really cool. If you have some kind of high spot or heavy and then some lighter spots. So when you're doing this, go clockwise and then counterclockwise, because I'm trying to get into the cracks of the mask. That way you'll get the full leaf outline. If you just did it the one time, it might be too light over there and you wouldn't even be able to see the tip of the leaf. Not that I've done that before. Okay, good enough. That's a mess. Okay, that's done. See, that one went quick. The rest of them go quick like this. So I'll show you what this looks like. We're getting there. Doesn't the green look good? And see how it was heavy here and I was thinking, yikes, but that looks good. And over here I went heavy on the ink, and that one looks good too. Okay, we're doing it, we're doing it. Mask number 3. Okay, so this one is a little bit of attention needs to go to this one. So this one is going to be Gorgeous Grape with a dauber, and I want just the center of the flowers. Just the center. So if I did this mask and I stretched it all the way out there, which would make dark areas for each of these little petals, I just want it on the center. And I don't always do that well, but somehow it works out. I'll show you what I mean. Okay. I don't have it in the corner. That would have been tragic. Not lined up. Actually not. So if ever you don't get it exactly, it's still okay. Oop, it's still not right there. Okay, so I'm going to go just in the center. And I don't want to cover up all the freesia. Might not be an option. And see, if I were to go way up here, I'd get into the yellow, and that would make a muddy mess. So I'm purposely just doing the center of each of these flowers. Okay, so there's that. And now you could see, oop, it's about to peel off. That I got a little something over there, not quite sure what that is. A little something over here. And I wish I didn't, but it's going to turn out just fine. So if you do that, even if you do it, like I think the sample, I got it a little bit crazy with the grape, but it all works out okay. So don't be too hard on yourself. Don't give up. Be of good courage. Okay, so grape is done. And finally we have olive. Olive is as fun as granny apple. Olive. Mask number 4. Lining it up at the bottom. This is so much fun, it makes me want to go back and buy all of the mask Stampin' I've ever made. Okay, so olive, a little bit heavy, and olive is going to do branches, like this little stick right here, and then kind of the veining in the leaves. So I'll start with this one here at the top. At the center bottom, a little bit heavy, and then I will lightly drift out to the edge. If you don't get the olive, the darker color, out to the edge, you just won't see the veining. But if you do it really light, let me see, I'll do it heavier here, and then I'll show you what I'm talking about. I'll hold it up close. So look what a difference this last mask. So you can see I was heavy there, and then you know how I was going lighter and lighter and lighter? That's how it got light up here. This one I was heavy, lighter, lighter, lighter. So you don't want to avoid the top part, but just try to go a little bit lighter. And on here, there's some little stems. Like, see this dark spot right here? Make sure you can, there you go. That's a little stem, and you want to do that heavy. Okay, getting it lined up. So heavy on the stem, and then heavy here at the bottom, and then light toward the top of the veins. Heavy down here, and then lighter, lighter, lighter. Lighter as in there's not as much ink on the dauber, and I'm not putting much pressure. Here, this one I didn't do the top. I'll show you what it looks like if you don't stretch the ink all the way out to the edge. It's just kind of naked. And look how nice these look. Okay, so a little bit more ink on that one. Just a little shadow of ink. Okay, I think we're done with the masks. Oh, and I've got something to show you. It's one of those moments where you go, oh, and you just carry on. Okay, so there it is. You're like, okay, that's okay, but it doesn't look like this. This one needs the outline in Memento. Okay, here we go. I have it on Stamparatus, or my counterfeit Stamparatus. Are you wondering what is that? I'll tell you what that is. This is my, I did all that work. I did all this work, and guess what? I put it in upside down. It's bad. It doesn't work. I know I have the other side, but don't do what I did. That's bad. I didn't say any curse words, but I was like, oh my gosh, I can't believe that. So, therefore, 3 leaves, 2 leaves, 3 leaves, 2 leaves. And once again, get it lined up right into the corner. This whole thing is based on getting it lined up into whatever area you choose. Okay, and the stamp is right over on here. Memento. And I'll probably do at least 2 layers. And as you're inking it, I'm looking at the flower centers. I was like, didn't get good coverage. And like I said, I'll do another layer to the corner. Okay, here we go. And it's matching up. Happy, happy, happy. That was bad. You know when you do things like that, and you could just like, forget it. No. That one I didn't get ink at all on there. It's a little better. But some of my lines are not as dark as I want. Like this one here. If I had one opportunity to stamp it, I'd be taking a marker, like a really fine point marker. I'd be cleaning that up. But because it's on my stamp positioner, I could do it again. And again. Okay, bottom corner. Okay. Oh, can you see how pretty that is? Isn't that amazing? Amazing. I love this. Yeah. Jan, good idea. So, what do you think? Which one? Huh. So, now here is the die to cut it out. Isn't that beautiful? Oh my gosh. Okay. Here we go. We are doing it. Where's that card? So this is going to go in here. I wonder if, could it go sideways? Oh, I need to figure out what words. I want to do some words from, hello there, hello. I think those will fit. Or I could put them here. No. Because there's some room, and there's no right or wrong to this image. That's kind of nice. Okay, give it a try to get it way up in the corner. I'm going to test it first. On my paper, I'm going to try to put it right against the bottom line. That's how I think it looks straight. Oh, it's going uphill. Still going uphill. Okay, I have to give it a little twist so it's going down. That'll do. Hello there. That's nice. Okay, so for the inside, you're on my mind. Okay, I'm going to test this one too. Can't see that edge. See this edge? Oh. That one's not so bad. So this would go right in the middle. Oh, what kind of fancy things? Should I do fancy things? Maybe this flower, because I don't want to take the big stamp off of the stamp positioner. Maybe that flower. Give it a try. You're on my mind. Good. Then that little flower. Okay, let's see how this looks. The center isn't getting very dark. Okay, I think coloring that in with the same colors, that will work just fine. Oh, and we're going to color our rhinestones. Okay, so garden green for the little greenery, and just like the flower, freesia in the center of the petal. Pebbled path, I think, will be good for the flower center, just because pebbled path is the color of the base paper. This is petal pink, and then lemon lolly. Oh, I didn't do baby flower, baby little bud. Ooh, lemon lolly's a little strong. Is that lemon lolly? Yeah. I thought lemon lolly was always softer. Oops. It's no fun when that happens. Does that ever happen? Usually when that happens, now it's working, there's a little crack right here in the base. Time to get a new one. Okay, pebbled path. Pebbled path. Okay, there it is. So let's start assembling. There's just a simple inside. Then you could write good words. Adhesive, adhesive. Okay, here we go. Which way do you like it better? Do you like it better landscape or portrait? I like both of them. Okay. Hose code, dimensionals. And our beautifulness, let's see, which way does it look best? I think this one should be like the center. Oh, that turned out really pretty. I'm going to put them more toward the center, just because I know there's some edges of this die cut beautiful flower piece hanging off the edge. Okay, now just the rhinestones. So the rhinestones, I have some old rhinestones that turned a little yellow, and they've been sitting off to the side because I don't want to use them. But if ever that happens to you, you could color them. Color them with your black dark blend. Oop, this one here, it has a bonus little friend on it. How did that happen? I should put that somewhere good. Where should I put it? Put it on my bucket. It can go right there. Yeah. Okay, back on task. 3 bling, and if you don't have the black blends, you could do it with any dark color you have that coordinates, like Blackberry Bliss, that would be beautiful. Or you could use a Sharpie, that's like an alcohol marker. And I'm using the brush end. And try not to, because this is an alcohol marker, if you get underneath where the glue dot is, alcohol dissolves adhesive. And if you keep on going down where the glue dot is, you'll dissolve your glue dot, so just beware. Okay, so did you see how fun that is? Who knew that I had funky old rhinestones? I fixed it. And this is just so pretty, so elegant. Doing like a deep purple or a navy blue, like a really dark color, or spruce, dark spruce, oh my gosh, they're beautiful. You can do the same with pearls. Okay, there it is. I think we're done with this project. Thank you for watching. If you haven't already, hit the like and subscribe button, and I hope you have a great day. And Jan, thanks for the inspiration.